Big day today, start of the World Cup. Gotta be on it, baby.
England have made base camp here in Qatar.
What on it?
Made by manager Ben Carr. We expect England to be contenders in this tournament, with a group consisting of Iran, local rivals Wales, and global rivals USA. Group B is set to be an incredibly exciting time, and this is the best World Cup in history. So,
What are you doing?
well, I just thought it wouldn't be a World Cup without me. So,
Have you been to one before?
well, no, but Zealand made these videos about the teams, and I've watched all of those. So, I watched the England one.
Fair enough. Well, are you going to be doing coverage every single day?
That's the plan. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, but I'm watching you there, look. Are you not worried you're going to be involved in the biggest
Well-
sports washing scandal of all time? Taking money from a state that disregard human rights while the world watches, you know, expressing concerns over the rights of women, the LGBT community, migrant workers, the environment, democracy.
I hadn't really considered that. I was just covering football.
Like, I get it. You know, we love this game. We love football. But it's best you're made aware.
No, I appreciate the information. It's definitely food for thought. Well, I've got you. Would you be starting Mount or Grealish?
As if I'd tell you. Okay.
Back to you in the studio.
People are on the pitch, they think it's all over. It is now.
England are out of the World Cup. The referee has gone to his pocket. It's red. He sent Rooney off.
Hello there, folks, and welcome back to Three Lions, the England adventure of the World Cup in 2022. Let's see how we fare then. But before we do that, let me introduce you to the squad that I picked. If you missed yesterday, or you just want a quick recap, this is what we've gone for. So in goal, we've got Jordan Pickford, Nick Pope, and Aaron Ramsdale. No surprises here, but the goalkeepers, they kind of pick themselves. At the back then, John Stones makes his way in alongside Tamori, Ben White, and Walker. So, you know, exciting. Next up, Trent Alexander-Arnold with Reece James and Kieran Trippier. Some right back options. Have I got enough centre backs? Have we looked into that? And at left back, the options we've got then Luke Shaw and Ben Chilwell. Chilwell looks very handsome there. You've got to say it. Moving into midfield then, Declan Rice, Jordan Henderson, and James Ward-Prowse. All quite experienced players at this point. I say that Declan Rice is quite young, isn't he? What am I talking about? And alongside them, Calvin Phillips and Jude Bellingham, a dynamic midfield duo. Will they ever play together though? Let's have to wait and see. And in terms of players that could feature in forward areas, Raheem Sterling joined by Jack Grealish, James Maddison and Marcus Rashford. But it doesn't stop there. Plenty of forwards. Whether we're going to play them as forwards or midfielders, there's a few conversational points there maybe. Mason Mount, one of those. Phil Foden and Saka in there as well. And then you've got Harry Kane and Tammy Abraham as forward options. Disappointing for Tony and for Wilson, but these things happen. And that then is the squad. So let's look at the first team that's going to play against, well, actually, there's some news. Ooh, I might have changed the captain. Now listen, my plan, my strategy here is to take the responsibility off Harry Kane so we can just focus on the goal scoring. He did get the golden boot with the last one. Okay, maybe this is not the smartest move. But I always thought Jordan Henderson should be captain. And even though he was quite a late pick into my squad, I think, you know, leadership of 19, if we compare that to Harry, leadership of just 15. So I think you can all agree, Viewers, I've made the right move. And since we last met, we've actually played a friendly. Would you like to know how that went? With Harry Kane not as captain? Of course you would. We played then Saudi Arabia. It was a 3-0 win, and Harry Kane didn't get one. Oh, no. Didn't get two. No. He got three. A hat-trick for Harry Kane in the game that sets us up perfectly then for the future. And the squad then are looking pretty happy, looking pretty good. And look, this is going to be important for us to get off to a good start. We play Wales to kick things off. We've got a press conference as well. Sure. Apparently Rob Page, the Wales manager, is trying to get under my skin a little bit. And they're asking about team news. That's bad to spend sports news. All right, that's been well dealt with. The journalists are tough. All right, then, games are beginning. Qatar and Senegal, they draw in their opening game, and it's just one day later then that we play Wales with a late kickoff with a 10 o'clock. So we'll just see what happens early on in our group. Of course, it does affect us. 2 games to play today, not just Wales, but the USA as well, who have beaten Iran. Elsewhere, Holland have beaten Ecuador. So there you are. And that then brings us to the team that I'm selecting for this opening game of the World Cup. You can see there then, it's a bold move. I'm going bold. Aaron Ramsdale is going to start in goal.
Reece James, it has been pointed out that in the spirit of realism, he probably shouldn't be here. But let's see what he could do. If you want to see what he wouldn't do, watch the World Cup. John Stones and Tomori then. Give me my back two. Luke Shaw to start the tournament, although him and Chilwell, I think I'll probably rotate round quite a bit. Declan Rice sat just in front, then getting the ball off the defenders, playing it forward to the likes of Mason Mount and Jude Bellingham in this first game against Wales. I want energy, as much energy as possible, and these two boys offer me that. Phil Foden and Raheem Sterling either side of Harry Kane, as we play quite a high pressing style, trying to get the best out of Reece James, the overlaps from Mason Mount. Some of you may have noticed that Jordan Henderson doesn't start this game. That's strategic, so I'm going to say no more about that. The good thing about the bench is you can have 15 players, which seems, let's face it, excessive. I'll maybe use them. History dictates I won't, but I might do. But lots of really good options off the bench. The likes of Trent there, right? Jack Grealish to bring on and maybe provide a bit of a spark, or James Maddison. So, exciting times. Let's get into the game then, as John Stone's apparently lacking match sharpness. Not interested in your complaints, John. Let's do this. Of course, there's no ability to train or rest players in international football, in Football Manager, but that probably won't be an issue. So, massive issue. Although with the squad this big, it actually might not be as bad. So maybe it's going to be fine. I'm going to tell the boys we're favourites for a reason. Of course, we've got to be aware of Gareth Bale's Wales. But if we play at our best, this should be, let's say it, viewers, this should be routine, shouldn't it? I mean, a risk, a gamble. No music for this as they walk out, which is a shame. You can see there Gareth Bale then starting up front for the Welsh boys, as Aaron Ramsey just behind him. I think might have been David Brooks in there as well. And there's the England team. Just don't let me down, boy. I don't want to get overconfident here. You're World Cup winners. That's what I was going to say. Now do it. There they are then lining up. God save our gracious King. Weird, isn't it? I don't like it. Not comfortable with it at the moment. There we are then. You can see actually the kit is quite similar to the kit that England actually wear, which is nice. As Reece James very early on into the likes of Phil Foden. And we're looking for partnerships here. Oh, it's an early partnership. It's 1 minute in and Phil Foden gets a goal at the World Cup. I mean, if that's not clappable, what is? And I'm taking the credit here. The pressure's on me as manager, right? This England team, there's a lot of expectation around, and we've started very, very strong into Phil Foden. It's a lovely finish with his right foot on this right side. A bit surprising, really, considering how strong his left is, but we'll take it. And Wales now, I've got it all to do. Let's see it for a third time. Why not? Yeah, well onside. Sterling was off at the far post, but no matter. It's a lovely finish. All right, I mean, that is perfect, isn't it? We're in a TV camera angle. Let's zoom that in a little bit so we can see everything that's going on as Sterling plays it across to Reece James. Lots of debate for lots of these places. I mean, you could have played very many different players in many. Oh my goodness me, Reece James there. Speaking of positions, right back. We've got Tomori as a covering defender, by the way. So that was a lovely piece of covering. And now lifts the ball forward towards Phil Foden, in behind Williams for the Welsh boys. Played across. There's Bellingham, down to Mason Mount. Oh my goodness me, Harry Kane. And that's why he's no longer captain. Because I'm not sure a striker in world football would have scored that. But Harry Kane has managed it. I'm aware it was a tap-in on the line. I'm not blind. Yeah, it's 2-0 though. And what a statement this is. What a statement this is. Knocked down by Bellingham. Mount, it's a lovely finish, by the way, from Mount. It's a shame it doesn't go in. And there's Harry Kane doing his best David Nugent, although I'm not sure it was going in. 2-0. Lovely stuff. You can see there, then the ball is on the line. So, great. I mean, I'll tell you what, this as a World Cup campaign goes, it doesn't get much better than this, does it? As Wales so far, we've not even seen them with the ball in our half. So it's been good from the England lads. I mean, this is the perfect start. This is the dream start. Raheem Sterling now on that far side. Lots of options in the middle. Looks for Reece James on the volley. Oh my goodness me. I'm just going to say it now. We're winning. We're winning everything. Is that premature? I feel like with this form, we're 10 minutes in, we're 3-0 up. It's cruise control from the England massive. Look what we're doing to them here. Raheem Sterling on that side picks out the most perfect, the most delicious of crosses, sort of out swinging. And then that from Reece James is phenomenally good. Wow. Obviously, won't be doing that in the actual tournament. Because I don't know if you've heard, he's injured. People have barely mentioned it. I'm gutted actually, because I really love him as a footballer. So I'm devastated that he's not able to play for England. All right, Sterling here does still well. Gareth Bale, he's had one touch in our half so far. Fair play to him, but we are only 10 minutes in here, and I've got to say, if I'm a Welsh fan, I'm a bit nervous because it's been pretty dominant. Not been a good start for Danny Ward in goal, as Wales finally now with a bit of, I shouldn't have brought it up, Bellingham. I mean, he's just bouncing around. It's 11 minutes in and it's 4-0. I mean, this is
Is this all me? This feels like it's all me. I think it's because I sang the national anthem. I think that's what's done it. All right, then. I mean, it's been 5 shots, 4 on target, and the only one that wasn't on target hit the post. So it's been, and then we scored. 22 minutes in, Mason Mount delivers back post to Mori. If that counts, it's 5-0. I'm not sure what they're checking here. They're checking for offside. I think there's no chance this is offside. The goal's been reviewed. Let's take a look. We're peaking too early here. I mean, I've changed my tune slightly there, but we are peaking too early. We're 5-0 up. Our XG is 1.48. We're 5-0 up. We might break records here. I don't know what the all-time win is. I remember Germany beating Saudi Arabia pretty handedly. It was 8-0 or something. I mean, we could be on for that here. Is there going to be more? There are going to be more highlights. I mean, do I rest the entire team at half-time? What do we do? It's been a tough outing for the Welsh Massive as Luke Shaw trundles forward, plays it across to Reece James. I mean, if there's any consolation, Reece James can't play in the actual World Cup. I don't know if you've heard this, as Harry Kane makes it 6. What is happening? And that's why he's not captain. You know, you put Jordan on the bench. He's like an assistant manager to, I was going to say Gareth, but no, he's not here. Me, an assistant manager to me. Reece James. Breaking news, we're excellent. Turns out, as there's Harry Kane, it's a fine finish. I mean, goodness me. Is this going to be one of those games where there's no goals in the second half? I mean, I can feel that happening now. At half-time, yeah, they've had 50% possession. I'm going to say that's because they've had kickoffs. I mean, I'm very happy. Keep it going, lads. We'll give them another 10 minutes before we start making some changes. I believe I can still make 5 as Wales bring off Aaron Ramsey and Gareth Bale, who I didn't even know they were playing in the first half. Very, very, very brief moments. Is that a penalty? That feels like it's not a penalty. Oh dear. This feels harsh, viewers, if I'm honest. I mean, if Kane gets to take this and make it 7, we could set records here. It's a penalty kick. We know who's going to be on it. Harold Kane, no longer captain, but, well, actually, I think he's captain for this game, which really, yeah, he is, which sort of throws it all out a bit. But you know what I'm saying. It's 7-0. Right. I can't, at this point, I kind of feel bad. All right, I think we will make a couple of changes just to keep things fresh. We've got a corner, though. Luke Shaw whips in. It's cleared away. Kane doesn't quite get there. Hedges runs away with it. How far is he going to go? This is the furthest they've been. This is like he's exploring parts of the football pitch they didn't know existed before now. Is it a customary Welsh goal? No, Declan Rice is ruining it. Okay, never mind. We're on the counter-attack as Reece James on that attack duty, driving forward into Harry Kane, who's given it to them. You can only assume out of just pity at this stage. Lawrence races forwards. And of course, it wouldn't be Football Manager without the team you're playing scoring inexplicably. It's 7-1. If they come back, this is the end of the series. All right, changes of foot. We're going to make 3 straight away. Declan Rice, 4. Captain Jordan Henderson. James Ward-Prowse is going to come in for Mason Mount. I want to see how his set pieces are doing so far. And I think because we're going to need him later in the tournament, and I want to keep our fullbacks fresh, they're often players that get tired. Trent's going to come in for Reece James, as we've still got, a good 35 minutes to go, so plenty of time to impress. I mean, Wales have taken off, on paper, their 2 best players, on paper, and have now started to look quite threatening. So I don't know what's happened, really. Bellingham's got a booking. He's got he's a little bit tired as well. So I think as we get to sort of 75, 2 more changes, and that'll bring us up to our 5, right, as well. So we'll do that. I think we'll bring Saka on for Phil Foden, and in the centre, do you know what? We'll go with James Maddison. Maddison's come in for Bellingham. And just see, again, give these boys a bit of an opportunity to shine. If you're not going to do it at a 7-1, when are you going to do it? And I'm not really bothered about no more goals. I'm kind of happy with the fact that we've decided that's the game won and we're seeing it out comfortably. That's a good start. That's going to send shockwaves, isn't it? Lovely stuff. Harry Kane does the business. Well done, lads. Good win for us. See you next time. I mean, I'm saying that to Wales. We, of course, play America now. So here we go. I mean, everyone's absolutely thrilled, obviously, as am I. So I'll see you in a moment. Then 3 days' time, we play the US if we just get these boys well rested. It's just a joke, viewers. I know I can't. Never mind, eh? Doesn't matter. They're just exhausted. Just exhausted. All right, Serbia. Wow, SMS has got a draw against Brazil. Bobby Firmino scoring for them. Switzerland beat Cameroon. Portugal beat Uruguay. And Ghana with a big win over South Korea. That's a really interesting group as well. So we'll keep an eye on that one massively. But today then, we face the US. Again, final games. It'll be a bit cooler, you'd hope, right? And in darker conditions, so that'll be all right. There's Iran. Oh, God, Wales are out. Wales are done for. That's Wales done for. Iran win 3-1. Of course, they're our final game of the group. Elsewhere, Ecuador winning and Qatar holding the Dutch. Goodness me. That's shocking. Big win for Ecuador, though. Shout out to them. Right then, we're playing Team USA, Team Zealand. Here we go. So team-wise, we're going to keep the consistency of the side that dominated early on. And again, lots of changes. And then maybe in the third game, if we win this one, we can make some big changes to the squad to hopefully refresh and recuperate everybody. I would intend, viewers, to change the entire 11. There's the US side then. It's a pretty good team these days, right? There's some really good players in there. Dest is of quality. McKennie certainly is. Pulisic, obviously you all know about. Gio Reyna on the bench though. Musa on the bench as well. So some players I'd be afraid of, like Josh Sargent. Okay, but no, they're not in the first 11. All right, then as the game gets underway, England versus the USA. I do remember Rob Green having a moment in a game like this. We're wearing the red kit today. Okay, how confusing for the mind. Luke Shaw then on that side. It's a game, I've got to be honest, I do expect England to win. Oh my, okay, that was panicky. I do expect us to win as Luke Shaw knocks it back to Tomori into Jude Bellingham. And it's, again, we've seen this before. Lovely play from us. Zimmerman gets it clear. It's also about how we can isolate the front man, right? We did this really well against Wales. I'm hoping we just do the exact same thing against the US, to be honest. Don't let them have a sniff. As Bellingham towards Foden, he's proven to be a real problem in this tournament so far. There's Harry Kane, and Zach Steffen does well to keep it out. Pulisic, I realise, 40 minutes in, has been taken off, but the US are forward now. Gio Reyna's come on, who we know is a dangerous player. Oh my goodness me, brilliant defending. It was Declan Rice who puts it over for a corner. Well, how will this change the approach from the US? Pulisic, obviously, one of the star men for them. Gio Reyna, though, the hot young thing in the American team, and it's cleared away. Will Foden get there? Never mind. Oh my word, a lot to do for them here. Is it Michael Bradley? I feel like he's been playing for about 25 years. Forward it goes then to Zardis, and now Morris in behind Luke Shaw. And the US are starting to look a little bit dangerous, you know. Ball plays to the edge of the box. Scally played in. Oh my God. Oh no. Gio Reyna makes it 1-0. We're 1-0 down to the US. Good Lord. Is this what we can expect in real life? Please no. It's a wonderful ball across. It's a stunning volley from Gio Reyna, almost like Zidane-esque at Hampden. Outrageous. Better without Pulisic, I guess. I mean, that's the news, isn't it? I've frozen here. I've done what every England manager does, and I've got no idea what to do. Right. And performance-wise, let's face it, it's not been good. But if there's one advantage we have over the US, it's our depth is incredibly good. I say that I just watched the substitute score. All right, look, we're going to make changes quickly then. Harry Kane is just about staying on at this point, but Rashford is going to come in for Sterling. Mason Mount's going to come off either for Trent or for what. I'm going to try and get Ward-Prowse in there just for his set pieces alone. That's why I've called him up. And we'll save a few changes for later on then. I'm not happy at all. You've been terrible. Sort this out. 2 changes at half time. That's how you know I'm cross, viewers. As well, we'll try and encourage straight away. We need to find a way back in this game and quickly. And hopefully this is the moment to do it then, as Reece James throws the ball to no one. It's not the start I was hoping for at the beginning of this second half in terms of highlights anyway, as Bradley again. And now the US have got their lead. You suspect they're just going to try and control this now if they can. And it's up to us to put pedal to the metal and force some mistakes as Bellingham's head down. Harry Kane involved in everything. Ward-Prowse, he's a little lucky. Harry Kane into Rashford. It's a marvellous save, but I've got to be honest, Rashford's got to bury that. That is a big miss. All right, Ward-Prowse on it again. Referee. He's been hacked down by Bradley. Oh, Zardis is here. This is terrible news. Please, Tomori covering defender. We're back in numbers here, so it looks like we're okay. That is lofty and looping. He's done brilliantly to keep it in. Scally, 1 assist already in the game. I think he's at the bar on the post. I don't really know what's happened. Chaos. All right, we're 20 minutes to go here, and I think a couple more changes are ready to go. I've brought Ward-Prowse on, done nothing. I think what we're going to do is actually go a little bit more attacking. I'm going to bring on Jack Grealish for Declan Rice. We might as well go for this because we're a goal down. It's time to do it right now. Advanced playmaker for Grealish, just to hopefully link things together a little bit. And I'm going to bring on the real captain of England in Jordan Henderson. We've got one more change to make if you want it, and I think it's probably Tammy with maybe 10 to go, the way it's gone so far. We've brought on the experience with Jordan. He's now got the official captain's armband. But here's the US, and they're not finished with us yet. They've been good for it. McKennie's in on goal. Where are we? Aaron Ramsdale, it's an unbelievable save. Where's Tammy? Get him on now. Harry Kane has let me down. Do you know what? I'm surprised, because when I took the captaincy away, I thought that's what's going to unlock him, and now I've seen this, and I'm not so sure. I'll tell you what, this is going to mean that if we lose to Iran, we're out, and it's the shortest World Cup series in history. Well, all my confidence, viewers, has disappeared entirely, and we're desperate. Nothing's happening. We've got nothing. How has this happened? Tammy's picked up a knock as well, so apparently he's injured. This is a tragedy. Unless, it's their corner. Unless Rayner's going to put it in. I wish he didn't come on. I feel like if Pulisic was there, it would be fine. None of this would be happening. We're absolutely shattered at the back. In a game where I was going to rest players tomorrow, or on Friday, sorry. Now look what's happening. They're forward. Shot comes in. Henderson clears it away. But look at us. We're nowhere. Unless they cock this up. 4 minutes to go. And the US now just controlling things. It goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, who's come quite far out, to be fair. Carter Vickers launches one forwards. Luke Shaw heads it down. I mean, if we can scrape a draw here, we'll take it. Grealish, great first touch. If you can play it through, it's appalling. And now they're in again. What is going on? John Stones comes across the cover. All of a sudden, it's end-to-end, viewers. There's Jordan, the leader of men. Into Marcus Rashford. He's just got to pull it across. Grealish, Abraham, you bunch of idiots. What are you doing? Jordan, it's not over yet. Goes for it. What is he doing? Oh, my Lord. Contrasting emotions here at England HQ, viewers, as, for the love of God. That is disappointing, isn't it? I mean...
Yes!
What are you... This has got nothing to do... This is not your channel.
This is the moment. Throw it in the harbor. Throw it all in the harbor. No more tea for anybody. It's called soccer. Soccer it is. Yes! Soccer. That's right. You gave us the word. Giving it back to you. Soccer. That's the sport. We don't even care. It's like our 4th most popular sport. And we still won. Yes.
Enjoy that, did you? Was that fun for you, was it?
I did. I did. I did enjoy that. Thank you so much for asking, because it does mean a lot. No, I enjoyed that. That was ethereal. That tapped into some sort of core feeling that I didn't even know was there. Some sort of we're better at this sport than you that I really, really hope that we can find forever again. This is the greatest American victory since Bunker Hill. No argument. None.
Brilliant. Good. Glad you enjoyed it. Keep doing those tutorials. I think I need them. England 0, USA 1. Crumbs. They top the group. And now we've got to beat Iran. Otherwise, we can draw against Iran, but there's no pride in that. Oh, great. That's a great headline. I'll see you soon. Take care, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. What a pissing disaster.